Howdy, partners. My name is Elle. You might know me as Walian. You might know me as that one girl from Instagram, and you might not know me at all. About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, shout out, and he told me that he liked my YouTube channel and he asked me where it went. And I said, oh, I deleted it. But not really. Some of them I took off because they were cringy. Some of them I took off because I can do better. And some of them I took off because they aged horribly. AKA the David video that I did where I sang his song and said that he was my favorite ever, so underrated and I loved him. So yeah. But today I am back and I'm here with you to share the story of the Ballad of Boot Hill. Now, some of y'all may not know this, but before I was the rocker, punk, emo, whatever I've been that I am today, I was a country music girl. My dad was born in a mining town up in the Appalachians, and my family's history is ripe with stories to be told. Tales of mining accidents, riots, poverty, and perseverance. I come from a line of musicians, ministers, miners, and lawmen. And while I don't live there, in fact I live far from there, there's something about country music that has always drawn me. Now when I say country music, I'm not talking Luke Bryan,
girl, shake it for me, girl, shake it for me,
Chris Stapleton, Luke Combs. When I talk about country, I'm talking about ballads, stories of yesteryear, told with a voice and a guitar, and a little bit of steel guitar, and occasionally a fiddle or two. The songs that bring out a feeling in you. My dad raised me with all sorts of country, and as I've gotten older, instead of picking out what sound I like, I guess I decided that I have hated country as a whole, which is my mistake. This year, I listened to lots of Johnny Cash, live from Folsom, just a whole bunch, and I came across the Ballad of Boot Hill. And I wanted to make a cover of my own, because if you don't know, I still post covers and original songs on Instagram. Obviously, I looked at the lyrics because I was covering it, and it wasn't just a plain old song. What I found was a tale of cowboys and gunslingers and gunfights and murder. So here's the story behind the song. Tombstone, Arizona, home to the Boot Hill Cemetery, is full of history. Founded in 1879 at the discovery of silver in the area, it boomed into a big town. The town was named after a soldier from the area told a prospector, "The only stone on this land that you'll find will be your tombstone." Really lovely. And the silver boom, the amount of great wealth you could get, inspired many businessmen and outlaws to come to the area. Tombstone is most famous for the gunfight at OK Corral. This conflict arose between the Earl brothers and the Clinton McLaury gang. The brothers, Wyatt, Morgan, and Virgil, although they had more brothers, were law enforcement officers. Virgil, the eldest, was a U.S. Marshal and deputized the others as the siblings moved into the growing city of Tombstone. On the afternoon of October 26, 1881, the Earp brothers... Is it the Earp or the Earl? Oh, it's the Earp brothers. It was the Earp brothers. My fault. So the Earp brothers, on this day, and Doc Holliday, a friend of Wyatt Earp, decided to confront the gang. They went to the gang's leader, Billy Clayton, who said that he didn't want to fight and begged them for his life and not to shoot. Firing at close range, only 6 feet apart, the brothers killed Billy, along with brothers Frank and Tom McLaury. A local newspaper wrote of the day, "One of the crimson days in the annals of Tombstone, a day when blood flowed as water, a day always to be remembered as witnessing the bloodiest and deadliest street fight that has ever occurred in this place, or probably in the territory." Boot Hill served as the whole town cemetery until it was replaced by another cemetery and nicknamed the Old City Cemetery. This was a place where lots of outlaws were buried, as well as people who were there at the time. The property was neglected until the 1920s, when townspeople decided to set up new headstones and restore the area. The McLaury brothers are buried there. Carl Perkins, 1950s star from Tennessee who wrote hits such as Blue Suede Shoes, songs covered by the Beatles such as Matchbox and Honey Don't, wrote The Ballad of Boot Hill, which was recorded by Johnny Cash in 1959. In the song, I'm gonna get copyright claimed for this, please don't take this down. You can have money, I don't want money. In the song, Cash sings,
There lies Billy Clinton, never wanted to kill.
As I mentioned earlier, Billy was reported as not wanting to fight and saying don't shoot, but it is a point of contention among, I guess, people who study the OK Corral. It seems that Perkins, when writing the song, wanted a nice little sweet innocent boy and wanted to put the blame on the McLaury brothers because they wanted to kill unlike sweet little Angel Billy. Okay, so Ballad of Boot Hill is a somber song about the OK Corral. Yes, but not just the OK Corral.
Here lies Les Moore, 4 slugs from a 44, no less, no more.
Who is Les Moore? According to Find a Grave, in the late 1880s, Lester Moore worked as a Wells Fargo station agent in the Mexico-United States border town of Naco, Arizona. Naco? I'm sorry. One day a man named... Editor's note, I'm going to do a reenactment using my fake cap gun because it's kind of boring telling the story. Hi, Wells Fargo. I'm just looking to pick up my cranberry juice order. Really would be great. Oh yeah, no issue. I just got it, was just dropping it off. Were you drinking my parcel? As I've previously stated, there is no need to worry, sir. It is in perfect working condition. You drank my product. That's just called a collector's tax. Well, by golly, I'm not gonna stand for this. To avenge my death, I shall also shoot you. Oh no! Now, these are the two stories that Perkins highlights in this song, and it's a very somber sounding song. It feels like you're walking through an abandoned town. And if you just take a moment to listen, one of the things I love about Johnny Cash's songs is just how raw it feels. Like, clearly there was studio producing work, like, that's duh. But it also feels like he could sit down with his guitar on your porch. And although it seems like it's telling a somber song, somehow the glamour of the outlaw life is wrapped up in that song. Billy Clanton was just 19 years old at the time of his death. Boot Hill leaves a lot to the imagination, with gravestones just reading hanged or unknown. Some died of pneumonia, some died of cholera, some died of stabbings or gunshot wounds. And it's easy to distance ourselves from these people because they lived like 200 years ago. Everyone there has a life, has a personality, and we just know their name. We'll never know what they were like, if they were mothers or fathers, where they worked, what they did, what made them feel happy. I think the simplicity in the final resting place brings a sense of equality to everyone. You're all gonna be buried in a gravestone, written your cause of death and your name, and maybe the year you died. So I want to highlight some other graves that I have loved. In 1882, a man named George Johnson took a horse and bought a horse that was from a known thief, and police thought he was this thief and captured him and hung him before he realized that he had legally bought the horse. His gravestone reads, "Here lies George Johnson, hanged by mistake, 1882. He was right, we was wrong, but we strung him up, and now he's gone. We was wrong, man. We was wrong. Sorry. But don't worry, because Dan Dowd, Red Sample, Tex Howard, Billy Dannelly, and Dan Kelly were legally hanged. Okay, legally this time." By far my favorite one here is that of Frank Bowles, who reads, "As you pass by, remember that as you are, so once was I. As I am now, you soon will be. Remember me." I just think it's pretty. I really want to thank you all for sticking with me through the year that I've been gone. Really appreciate it, and I can't wait to make more videos and hopefully create a schedule where I post and not just, hey, once a year I'm back. So, moral of the story, write songs about historical events more. Really fun. Johnny Cash does that a lot. Listen to Johnny Cash. I'll be back soon. I'll see you in the next one.